I mean that we need to control the platforms, all the social platforms. We need to stack rank the authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online, and take control over what they are saying based on that ranking.
The government should
control
the social media.
Yeah, and I know it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it, and quickly before it's too late.
What do you?
Okay. What do you mean protect it? Why are you trying to protect the First Amendment? The First Amendment was put there for the protection of the people, not the government. Salakia. Anyway, like I said before, so I apologize for about, but who the fuck is this Slow-Mo Kramer guy? He just came out of nowhere and decided, hey, I'm gonna take over the First Amendment. I guess they're gonna come over and take over the Second Amendment too, because in 2017, Donald Trump converted to Judaism. Benjamin, nothing, not a Jew, because he's not a Jew. Okay, he is not. Okay, if you have to be, you have to be from the tribe of Judah, and Judah consists of Negroes primarily. Okay, you have two different nations of Israelites. You have the northern tribe of Israelites. You have the southern tribe of Israelites. The northern tribe went into captivity under King Sennacherib, king of Assyria. The southern tribe went into captivity under King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. Okay? The southern tribe, which is the tribe of Judah, the royal house of the house of Israel, consists of Judah, Benjamin, and the Levite priests. They went into captivity under King Nebuchadnezzar. The other tribes, the so-called indigenous, went into under King Sennacherib, king of Assyria. That's where you have their Assyrian script Hebrew that these Amalekite Khazars took over and added vowel points by an individual that had created them, these vowel points. I think it was in the 1400s. I think his name was Ben Yehudi. What was his name? Ezekiel Ben Yehudi or something. I forget his name. But he added vowel points, effectively changing the Assyrian script Hebrew language, okay, into Yiddish. And they applied Yiddish, which is a bastardized language. These Amalekite Khazars, this Slow-Mo Kramer is a part of, right? He's a tech billionaire. Ever heard of this guy, this tech billionaire? Where the fuck did he come from? Out of the clear blue sky. A snake out from under a rock. He crawled out from under a park bench. All of a sudden, boom, he's coming in telling mainstream media, we're going to take over the First Amendment so we can control. What the fuck? Who is this guy, man? Bad enough we got to deal with Peter Thiel and that other asshole. That's worth $90 billion. Okay, making more money every day of every hour of every day. Okay, that's much more money than most economies on the planet. I mean, I don't understand it. Anyway, so freedom of speech is being attacked, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do, because y'all don't know who the fuck's this guy, man. Just come out of goddamn nowhere. Oh well, we're gonna do this. Okay, these people are individuals that took over our law, statutes, and commandments, right? Isaiah 24:5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. Okay? Therefore the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Okay? This is basically what's going on. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up. They want to bring in martial law through civil unrest. If they can bring in civil unrest and have the blacks versus the whites and those that call themselves Jews and are not against everybody else, they can say civil unrest, bring in national emergency and civil and a martial law. Okay, then everything's martial law. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Right? Okay, hold on. Let's go to Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Okay. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Who the fuck is this guy? Slow-mo Kramer. What planet do you come from? Does he live in the Israeli what do you call it? What do you call it? Bullshit over there. Okay, a joke. You know, I mean, the people are not the people of the Bible. They don't fit. They're doing everything opposite of what God says. If it's complete opposite of what God says, okay, they're doing it. I don't give a shit. Okay, listen. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. They're not going to be able to find it because they're going to be looking for guys on the street corner asking questions. They can't go to the church because the church is going to tell them this bullshit over in the book of Romans. Hold on, where's the book of Romans? Book of Romans. Go back. Romans, was it chapter 13, right? This is what they're going to hear at church. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Okay? That's what's going to bring the civil unrest. If they are making ordinances of changing the First Amendment laws and making amendments to an amendment, okay, the First Amendment, freedom of speech, that's what they're after. They don't want you revealing who they are. They don't want you revealing what they do, how they do it, and how it pertains to biblical prophecy. They don't want that. They don't want that at all because they've been trying to get away from the Bible for years. The Bible is basic instructions before leaving earth. B-I-B-L-E. The only people that can get away with reading that Bible, living what's in it, are the Israelites. Those people are Israeli. Why aren't they just calling themselves Israelites? Okay, they started calling themselves Israelites in 1860. Okay, hold on, let me see. Let me show you something. If I can get to it. Okay. Let me see where it's off. If I can find them pictures. You know, I'm going to find them pictures. Check this out. This is one of them. Right? Mort Steinsteiner invented the term anti-Semitic in 1860. The term is used to silence those that dare to expose ish crimes. That's what they're trying to do. Control free speech by making amendments to the First Amendment. Taking out free speech. Then they're going to take out freedom of religion. You see what I'm saying? They're slowly taking all of your rights and freedoms the fuck away from you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. They're doing it deliberately on purpose to you. It's what they're doing. Okay? Here's more proof. Okay? The word anti-Semitic is a trick. We always use it to stifle legitimate criticism of JEWs in Zionist Israel. They're Zionists. The Bible says they're Israelites. Doesn't say a goddamn thing about Zionists, nothing. The only mention of Zionists is Zion. Zion, by definition of Bible prophecy, means memorial of Israel. These people are Zionists. They're not memorialists of Israel because they don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. They keep the Babylonian Talmud, which says it's okay to have sex with a 6 to 3 year old girl, okay, as long as she is a goy. No problem. Don't worry about busting her little hymen. It'll grow back. This is the wickedness of the Babylonian Talmud. And these motherfuckers, that's their Bible. Okay? Real talk, man. Try to tell you the truth, but you can't handle it. Okay? What's that? Okay, hold on. Right, here's one. I'll get a bunch of proofs. Okay? John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. Genesis chapter 36, verse 8 and 9. Esau is Edom. from the beginning, there's only one group of people that have been unaliving and taking what does not belong to them. Freedom of speech belongs to you. They want to take it from you. What the fuck? Freedom of religion belongs to you. They want to take it from you. What do you want? We tell you what these devils, they want to control us because we're revealing these devils for who they are, right? White people are Edom in general, as a whole. That's an entire race of people, man. Okay? They don't want that out there. That their entire race. Okay? Let's see what this guy says. It is incorrect to call an ancient Israelite a Jew or to call a contemporary Jew an Israelite or a Hebrew. Okay? An ancient Israelite, you have ancient Israelites and you have ancient Jews. The ancient Jews are from the tribe of Judah. The Israelites are from the other 10 tribes that the Edomite Caucasians say that they're lost. But they're the indigenous people that have been living in all of the different continents of the world. Okay? They came and stole their land and changed everything the fuck around. Check this out. Okay? The War for Israel. Time magazine. When he was asked about peace in the Middle East, the late president of Egypt, Gabal Abdel Nasser, stated, the JEWs will never be able to live here in peace because they left here black but came back white. Ooh, that's a blow in the stomach. That's the reason why they want to control the narrative. But they can't control the narrative. It's out of their fucking control now. Everybody's finding out. Hold on, watch this. Oh, you're really going to get a kick out of this one. Okay? The beginning of the end of these devils. Washington cannot broker peace negotiations on behalf of the Palestinian and Jerusalemite family with the 13-ish tribe of European Ashkenazi Khazars who, contrary to Nikki Haley's assertions at the United Nations today, do not carry any biological lineage to the original black, brown, 12 tribes of Hebrew Israelites, nor can they trace any historical relation to Jerusalem, Palestine. Can't be done. So they're going to control freedom of speech because they don't want you to tell everybody what I just told you. Okay? They don't want you. Okay? They don't want that. Stop telling on us, dude. Who the fuck you think you are, man? Right? Edomite devils. Telling a goddamn lie. Rape, murder, and pillage. It's okay, huh? Okay, hold on. It's another one in here. It's another one in here. Juicy, too. Okay, check this out. Who are the Native Americans and how do they get to America? The 12 tribes of Israel split into 2 kingdoms. The northern kingdom today called Latinos, Natives, and Indians, and the southern kingdom today called Negroes. In 2nd Ezra chapter 13, it describes how the northern kingdom was captured out of Israel and carried into slavery in Assyria. They then made an agreement amongst themselves to travel to a land where no man dwelt before, so they could practice the commandments. So they entered the Euphrates River, and the Most High guided them to Azareth, today known as the Americas. They don't want this information out there, dude. Okay? They don't want it. They don't want it out there at all. No. Okay? Kidnapping and 300 years of enslavement, torture, rape, and brutality. Medical experimentation, black codes, sharecropping, bans on testifying against whites, mandatory segregation, bans on jury service and voting, lynchings and mob violence, imprisonment for unpaid work, bans on interracial marriage, redlining, forced sterilization, employment discrimination, educational discrimination, biased laws and policing, white flight, subprime mortgages, mass incarceration, school to prison pipeline, disproportionate special education referrals and punishments, testing, tracking, school funding, biased media, voter suppression, cultural mockery, historical omissions, unaddressed trauma. Okay? They don't want this information out here, man. They hate you, Jake. These people don't give a damn about you at all. They never have. They never did, and they never will. You can't make them care about you, okay? The Roman Empire, the empire of the Edomite. Who are the Edomites now? During the 2nd century BC, the Edomites were forcibly converted to Judaism by the Hasmoneans and were incorporated into the Ish population. Okay? Real shit. That's history. They don't want this. Okay? They don't want this history out there for you to just mull it over in your head and figure it all out by yourself. No, they don't want that. Okay? Let me see if I'm trying to find that other one where they said, if I can find it, I'm trying to find it, man. Where the dude, said that, damn, if I can find it, man. I'm trying to get it. Okay, Salakia. All right, I'm trying. Oh, there's some information on the Babylonian Talmud I was telling you about, right? Okay, let's read some of this. Ish Talmud, right? Sopharim 15, even the best of Goyim should all be killed. Yabamoth 98a, all children of Goyim are animals. Baba Meziah 114b, Gentiles, Goys, are not humans, they are beasts. Gad Shas, chapter 2, verse 2, a Jew may violate but not marry a non-Jew girl. Abodah Zarah 36b, Gentile Goy girls are in the state of Nida, filth from birth. Sanhedrin 54b, a Jew may have sex with a child as long as the child is less. Start over. A Jew may have sex with a child as long as the child is less than 9 years old. Less. Right? When a Sanhedrin 57a, when a JEW murders a Gentile, there will be no death penalty. Okay? So you could claim Judaism and get away with literal murder. Okay? You can get away with it. Okay? If a Jew finds an object lost by a Gentile, it does not have to be returned. So all the lands that they've stolen and called after their own names, as it is written in Psalms 49 and 11, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever and that their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Okay, doesn't have to be returned because they found it and it belongs to a Goyim. Okay, this is the mindset of these bastards. Okay. That's the mindset of these animals, man. I'm telling you. Okay. Right. This is where they get this idea of humanism, right? Where they do away with God altogether. Humanism is a philosophical belief system that emphasizes the inherent value and potential of human beings, placing focus on reason, ethics, and the pursuit of happiness in this life, often rejecting reliance on supernatural entities or divine intervention to guide morality, instead of promoting the use of human capacity to solve problems and create a better world for all people. Essentially, it prioritizes human welfare and agency over any supposed divine will. Okay? They don't give a shit about you at all. Okay? They never have. They never did. They never will. You can't make them care about you. Okay? So long. Let me get, I'm trying to find that one, man. I know it's in here. What's that? Oh. Trying to find that one, man. I want y'all to read it. You know, is that it? No. Okay. Oh, ain't no medical advice. Okay. Wow, look at how I went to that. America was founded to be the true successor of ancient Rome, but most don't know how deep the parallels run from its grid plans to its constitution. Here's why we still live in Rome and why it won't collapse this time, supposedly. Yeah, but it's going to collapse. Look, what do you see? See any parallels? See any parallels? Huh? Yeah, the truth is out there. They don't want you to know any of this information, man. Okay? They don't want you to know nothing. They just want you to stay in a state of nida, of filth. Okay? Goddamn animals, boy. I'm telling you, man, they hate you. And okay, and they set up a false god. This is the God they want you to worship. See? Look. The Lord's most wanted, Cesare Borgia, son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome, for posing as Christ. Crime, mental terrorism, and identity theft. Date of offense, 1492 to present. Okay? There's a warrant out for that motherfucker's arrest, man. Okay? By God. You people are nuts, man. And y'all still worship this devil? Y'all want to be his friend? Kiss his ass? Go to his country? Okay. Check this out. Most JEWs do not like to admit it, but our God is Lucifer and we are his chosen people. See? The Ish are not Jews, man. The fuck? We try to tell you, but you don't want to believe us. I mean, you know, look, check this out. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay? Wow, man. Hold on. I know that deal is in here. I'm still looking for it. It's a lot of information in here. But I'm still trying to find it, man. Okay? I'm still trying to find it. I'm going to find it. I know it's in here. Uh-oh. There it is. Aha! I knew it. I knew it was in there. Check this out. Esau Edom is modern Jewry. 1925 Jewish Encyclopedia, Volume 5, page 41. They are not of Israel or Judah. Okay? Esau Edom is modern Jewry. Modern Jewry are those that call themselves Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. A synagogue is a place of worship where they worship Satan. We all know Satan is, right, the spiritual entity of maliciousness, right? Malicious, characterized by malice, intending or intended to cause harm, spiteful, hostile, evil intentioned, pernicious, right? Mean, cruel, mischievous, vitriolic, harmful, insidious, proceeding in a gradual, subtle way, but with harmful effects, crafty, underhanded, deceptive, subtle, sneaky, cunning, slick, deceitful, and dishonest. So by removing your freedom of speech, they plan to do all those things I just mentioned to you. Okay? And ain't nothing we can do about it. Right? Let's hear what this lunatic said again.
Even lives in America. This is pretty wild. Take a listen to this.
I mean that we need to control the platforms, all the social platforms. We need to stack rank the authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online and take control over what they are saying based on that ranking.
The government
should
control the social media.
Yeah, and I know it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it, and quickly before it's too late.
What do you?
So there you go.
Okay. Yeah. So there you go. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. Okay. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 8. Therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him. For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. Okay? So yeah, these devils are screwed, man. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. These people are being uncovered. They're being revealed for the wickedness that they do. So they're trying to hide themselves by eliminating free speech. So this way you can't reveal further of what they're trying to do to the American people, to the peoples of the world. Okay? They don't want you to know anything. Fuck you. They don't care about you. But the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua had fully persuaded us in the Holy Spirit, the Rahaba Kakadash, to go out and stand on street corners and stand up boldly before the face of those that have afflicted us, that make no account of our labors. Like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verses 1 and 2. Okay? See? Anyways, let's go over here to, where is it? Isaiah 29. And 20, right? For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. You see what I'm saying? So this is what they want to do. They want to lay a snare and a trap for us because we reprove them, okay, for the wickedness that they've done. let's go to reproof. Reproveth, meaning a definition. Reproveth means to gently or strongly criticize, blame, or correct someone for a fault or error, often with the intent to guide them toward better behavior. Do you think we can guide these goddamn animals towards better behavior? No. Okay. They ain't going to behave better. They're going to get worse. Job chapter 18, verse 10. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. The terrors of being revealed, right? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain, meaning their government, the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. This covering cast and the veil that is spread is these Edomites calling themselves God's righteous people, hiding in plain sight, when secretly and inwardly they are ravenous wolves and devils in plain sheep's clothing, claiming to be innocent, right? Claiming to be the victim, the victim villain. Okay, so freedom of speech is being attacked. Let's go to where was we at? Right, because he's being revealed. Okay, let's go over here to Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time that now is, it is, let me say that over. Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we first believed. Okay, so Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is coming to move the elect of the house of Israel the fuck out of the way. The Most High is going to throw 2/3 of his own people under the bus. I'll prove it to you. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 9. Okay, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, let's go and get some context. Okay, verse 2. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 2. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of the God of Israel was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. What are the abominations? Pedophilia, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whispering, backbiting, haters of the Most High, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things. Right? 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Know this also, that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than the lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. Right? Now, going back to Ezekiel chapter 9, okay, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, the writer's inkhorn, I speak as a man, I believe the guy with the writer's inkhorn in the linen was Yahweh Shai, right? And with this writer's inkhorn, you know, he writes on the forehead the exemption from judgment, which is the name of the Lord. Like it says in Joel chapter 2, verse 32, the name, okay, let's get it so I don't mess it up. Whereas Joel chapter 2, last verse, boom. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. So the writer's inkhorn being Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and I speak as a man, okay, writes on your forehead, which is putting in your mind and in your heart, the name of the Father and the name of the Son. The name of the Father is Yahweh. The name of the Son is Yahweh Shai. Let's go get it if I can find it right quick. Okay? Let me see, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? It was right there.